Hello and welcome to day 54 of our 2790 series. We begin Paul's second letter to the church at Corinth today. It's very obvious to us as we read that Paul has gotten word that his first letter was received as offensive by the people of the church of Corinth, that they were injured by the things that he said, that he was so forthright in helping them, trying to help them in their behavioral issues, that now he feels it necessary to begin a defense of him as a leader and what it means to be a man who stands for the truth. It's obvious that he softens his tone a little bit, but he never wavers from the truth, and instead he defends himself. And it's not a surprise that when people are confronted with behavioral changes like Paul is challenging in that first letter, that they attack the messenger. And sure enough, the people at Corinth, at least some of them, they're so offended and so injured by Paul that they say that he's not speaking the truth, that he's the problem. And so they want to pull further away from Paul in order to justify their behavior. Now, in today's world, you and I, we have to decide, well, was Paul right? And is he speaking what God wants him to say and of the Spirit, or is he speaking what he wants to say and is not of God? And so we have to make that determination whether or not Paul's words are scriptural. And so in this letter, he's going to call for forgiveness of the sinner and reconciliation with one another, but he's not going to call to change the truth. He keeps his word secure. And he challenges people to hear him. And he even uses his own life as a defense for truth. What man would have suffered the things that Paul suffered if he weren't doing it for the truth? And that's kind of his gist as he goes through. He begins the letter with, again, comforting the people in their relationship with the Lord. And then immediately in the second chapter moves into his defense of who he is as a leader and as a man of God. And he defends his ministry by looking at his life. And he talks about what it means to be a man or a woman living in the new covenant, and what behavior in that new covenant means, and what holiness looks like. And so here we begin Paul's second letter to the church at Corinth.